to Where I Long to Be, a magical trip report podcast. My name is Virginia, and I am your host. Thank you for tuning in again for another fun trip report. On today's episode, you will hear all about Samantha's plans for her March 2026 trip to Walt Disney World and her first Disney cruise. And then I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to make you wait for the post-trip episode. I know. Some of you will be shivering with anticipation. And if you're a Rocky Horror Picture Show fan, you better have filled in your audience participation there with a big say it, say it, say it. I know I've mentioned how busy this month is for me at work, and it is starting to catch up with me. So I'm a little behind on my editing. I wanted to get something out though, so today you will hear the pre-trip, and then you will hear the post-trip hopefully by Tuesday, definitely by Wednesday at the latest. On that same note, I had been planning that Monday, April 13th, there would be no release of a podcast episode. I've been planning this all along because I know how busy April is for me at work, and I had planned to tell you about this on today's show, and I will mention it when the post-trip comes out again as well, just so that you remember. We have a big annual work event every April, and this coming weekend is that event. So I know in advance that it's going to be too much for me to have everything ready for that Monday. So hopefully that will be the only week I need to take off entirely, but I will keep you all updated if anything else comes up. So now that you're all in the loop as to what to expect this week and next, let's get into today's pre-trip episode. Please welcome Samantha. Welcome, Samantha, to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You and I have never spoken before this morning, so I need to know a little bit about who you are. What is your background, and how did you make your way over to Where I Long to Be?
Yeah, so I'm Samantha and I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I have one daughter who is 3, almost 4, and my husband and a dog. She will not be coming. um, but I guess you would say I'm a lifelong Disney fan. I lived in Florida when I was elementary school age. We were about an hour and a half away, so we went a ton on long weekends, stuff like that. So moved to Tennessee in about middle school. So then the trips became less frequent, but always have the desire to go. And then when I had adult money, I could go back myself. So we usually like to go, I would say we're once a year type people, sometimes twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just love listening to podcasts, watching Disney vloggers, YouTube channels about it, just to kind of stay in the magic, because it's, it can be sad going to work every day and not getting to be in Disney World every day, but
Mm-hmm.
that's how you make money for your trips, I guess.
It's true. That's why a lot of people end up moving there in retirement, I think, just because they're
Yeah,
like, then I can just go whenever I want.
I know.
Tell me your husband and your daughter's name.
My husband is Colin and my daughter is Grace.
Colin and Grace. Okay. Is Colin a Disney fan before you, I should say?
So he went a couple times when he was growing up, but definitely was not on my level. But he does really enjoy it, and
Mm-hmm.
he'll watch some YouTube channels with me and stuff. I think just to happy wife, happy life. But no, he definitely has fun on our trips too. So and he's not ashamed.
Good. Very good.
Yeah.
When was the last time you all went?
So our last Disney World trip was Thanksgiving of 24. But
Okay.
we did go to Disneyland for the first time last March. So it's been a year since we were in a Disney park. So
Okay. What did you think about
yeah.
Disneyland as a Disney Worlder?
Yeah, so we really liked it a lot. The weather was probably my favorite part. It was
Mm-hmm.
just gorgeous. But um, I had read so many things of like, oh, Disneyland is so much better. You're gonna like it. And I will say, like, a couple of their rides definitely were better.
Mm-hmm.
The Pirates specifically, so much better in Disneyland than Disney World. But
Mm-hmm.
something about it, I was still missing that, like, I don't know, Disney World feels like my home,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what I grew up with. So it didn't give me all the warm and fuzzies
Yeah.
necessarily that I get at
Mm-hmm.
Disney World, but I think I'm kind of unique in that opinion.
I no, I feel the exact same way. I like to go to Disneyland. It's fun.
Hmm.
I agree. There are multiple rides that I think are better. Space Mountain, for example, much
Hmm.
smoother out there.
Yes.
But I don't get as many warm and fuzzy feelings. And I have decided that it's because in Disney World, you're in the bubble. And I really like being in
Yes.
the bubble and not seeing the outside world. And you cannot escape seeing the outside world at Disneyland because it's literally right outside the park walls. And you walk
Right.
past it if you're staying at any of the hotels that are not on Disney property. And even the ones on Disney property, you have to
Hmm.
cross like a main road to get get over to the
Yeah.
parks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not my favorite. That being said, if I have the opportunity to go, I like to go. But Disney
Yeah.
World is where it's at for me.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point with the hotels. Like we stayed at a Marriott, and
Hmm.
walked, down a busy road to get there, which was fine, but it did take you out of it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not as magical when you're passing like a Walgreens.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so for this trip, where are you going and how did you make the decision to travel at this time of year?
This is a longer trip. So we will be in Disney World for 6 nights, and then we're doing our first Disney cruise, a 3-night cruise on the Wish out of Port Canaveral.
Mhm.
So excited about that. It's my daughter's spring break from school. So
Okay.
she is in preschool, but her school calendar,
Mhm.
follows our local school district. So
Okay.
we we don't, she's not in school this week. So
Okay.
decided to travel.
All right. Well, I hope that you have good crowds in the parks, but I don't
I'm
think
not too.
yeah, I don't think I've been in March before. Like, typically, I have traveled a lot in February,
Hmm.
and I've been before in April during
Hmm.
what we have as spring break up here in the
Yes.
Northeast, which is generally like Easter week, and it's
Right.
insanely busy then. So I don't know about March. I do know that a lot of people in the Midwest have spring break in March.
Yeah, every crowd calendar that I've seen is like, this is the worst week to go in March, 10 out of 10 crowds. But
Oh no.
I mean, I feel like we've done it so much. I know how
Mhm.
to manage it. We were there at Thanksgiving, 2 years ago. I've been at Easter before. So I'm not too worried. And
Mhm.
we go so often, if we don't get to everything, it's not that big of a deal. So
Sure.
I'm not too stressed about it.
Okay.
It is what
Where
it is.
Yeah, it will be what it will be, and you're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
a great time regardless.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Where are you gonna be staying?
We're staying at the Grand Floridian. I'm so excited.
Have you stayed at the Grand before?
uh, I did in 2021, but it was like very COVID-y still. Like half the
Yeah.
half the resort was closed down. We
Mhm.
actually had a theme park view. They upgraded us to a theme park view, but there
Mhm.
were no fireworks because it was before the
Oh,
fireworks had even come back.
wow.
So we watched the electrical water pageant every night from our
Mhm.
balcony. But
Mm.
so I feel like this is going to be a true uh, Grand Floridian experience this time. So
Mhm. Are
super
you s
excited.
are you staying in a, normal Walt Disney World resort room, or have you rented DVC?
The normal room,
Okay.
just the
Alright.
resort view. Hmm.
A resort view, and did you do club level or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Alright. I love the renovation of the rooms over there. I think that they did just a beautiful job. It is so pretty, and I love all the
They look
touches.
stunning. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited to see that room in real life. They look gorgeous. Yeah, because when we stayed, it was pre the rooms being done, and it did
Right.
look a little dated for
Y
like, wow, this
yeah.
is the best hotel at Disney. This carpet looks a little, ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But I have not stayed there since they redid the lobby. Like the last time we stayed there,
Mm-hmm.
which was uh I guess it was a year ago, February. Um yeah, we stayed there a year ago February, and the
Mm-hmm.
lobby was still under construction. Like there were walls everywhere.
Yeah.
So that will be nice to be there after all that is wrapped up, and we've got that new bar in the lobby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think everything is done, and even
mhm.
the tea room is opening when we're there. Actually, we're not going to go, but
Uh-huh.
even that's opening. So
I wonder when or if are they ever going to reopen the Bibbidi Bobbidi
I
Boutique there?
know. I
Because a lot
know.
of people loved that location as an option.
Right. I know. And well, there's so much demand for that. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah.
they would definitely fill up the appointments.
Oh, for
So,
sure. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Well, one more thing to get excited about when it happens, if it
Mm-hmm.
happens, I should say. Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you are going on this trip, tell me a little bit about your travel, because you said you're in Memphis, which is drivable, but are you driving?
Mm-hmm.
Are you flying?
We are flying, and
Okay.
oh my goodness, the I guess because it's spring break time for us, the
Mhm.
prices of the flights were outrageous. Like
Really?
it was going to be thousands of dollars, so we had to credit card hack
Uh-huh.
uh, everything to get these reasonable. So, because
Mhm.
otherwise, we talked about possibly driving, which it's about 12 hours. I've
Mhm.
done it before. Not ideal, but definitely doable. But we kind of threw that idea around because the flights, they
Mhm.
just never came down. It's crazy.
Was it
So
was it mostly direct flights that were so crazy, or was it even
mm-mm.
flights
Both,
with
yeah. So
layovers?
no, we're having to connect in Atlanta. We're flying
Mm.
Delta. So but no, Southwest, I guess since they've that's usually how we get to Orlando because we have a direct flight. But since
Mhm.
Southwest has made all the changes, the prices of Southwest for our direct flight, it was gonna be like $800 a
Mhm.
person. I'm like, I'm not spending that to fly to Orlando. I'm sorry. I could fly to
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah. No, that's
That's
that's what the
crazy.
flights were typically for our President's Week trip, because that used to be.
Really?
Yeah, President's Week has traditionally been our big week of the year where we've,
Mhm.
like, done our DVC and all of that, and I would say on average, those flights have usually been in the $600 to $700 a
Mm.
person range. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I actually, for this year, we're doing our big trip in the summer because Alex wanted to tack on Universal, and I've just started looking at flight prices,
Mhm.
and it looks like they're around $300 a person. And I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
that's so
yeah.
that's so reasonable
That
compared to what we're
is.
used to.
Golly. Yeah. Yeah, we have never I've never seen prices that high, but
Yeah.
oof.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
especially when it's such a short flight, you're like, how do I justify paying that much money to be in the
Yeah.
air for 2 hours or
Yeah, it
whatever it
was
is?
crazy. It was crazy, but thankfully, like I said, we credit card hacked it between the two of us, so
Mhm.
they're free. So
All right. So what time does your flight leave out of Memphis?
we leave at 7 and with the connection we'll land in Orlando right around noon.
Okay. And how long is your layover in Atlanta?
It's just like right at an hour.
Okay. Now the thing about Atlanta is it's a huge airport. And so
Hmm.
I'm going to cross my fingers that your gates are right near each other, because
Yeah.
I have personally done that sprint across the airport and
Hmm.
it is not fun.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in
That's
Home
pretty.
Alone.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's we've done that Atlanta connection
Mhm.
multiple times. That's we usually have to fly through either Atlanta or Charlotte. Living in
Mhm.
Memphis, we have very few direct flights, so
Oh, really?
I yeah,
Hmm.
not that many places. So we're kind of used to having to
Mm.
do a connection. So
Okay.
yep.
So arriving at noon, how are you going to get over to the Grand Floridian?
We booked Away We Go Travel. I've used a couple different companies before, and I keep going back to them.
Mhm. What do you love about them?
They're just always on time, punctual, good drivers. I've used other companies before where I felt like the communication on the day of was a little lacking,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm like standing there and no one's there. I'm like, okay, and there's no phone number. So
Mm-hmm.
we've just had good experiences with them. So we're using them again.
Are you using them on the other end of your trip?
No, so we will use the Disney Cruise Line transportation just straight back to the airport on our
Okay.
last day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I didn't ask, but did you use a travel agent or are you a travel agent yourself?
I did not for this Disney World portion. I did use a travel agent for the cruise portion just because it was my first time, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of, different timelines and
Mm-hmm.
book this at this day. It was like totally different compared to Disney World. So
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Once you get over to the Grand Floridian, you have basically a half a day ahead of you.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, what are you going to do with your day?
Yeah, so this is actually the first time too. We're adding a grocery stop
Mm-hmm.
before we get there.
Oh,
Usually I'll
okay.
have them delivered, but through this away we go, you can add a grocery stop at a Publix. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna do that ahead of time. I was like, I guess that's just one less thing for me to do when I get there.
Are you going to
Um,
pre-order your groceries so that you'll just pop in and get
right.
them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's like an order pickup.
Okay.
So yeah.
Perfect.
Hmm.
That's a good idea.
So yeah, so I'm thinking we'll probably get there around one something, 1:30. I don't know. I don't know how long
Well,
a grocery pickup takes.
if you're landing at noon, it takes about 30 minutes to just
Yeah.
drive to, and then you're probably going to have to get your luggage and all of that.
Hmm.
I'm going
Hmm.
to say you probably will arrive closer to 1:30,
Yeah.
maybe 2 if you're
Hmm.
delayed at all.
Right.
Okay. So, what's the plan upon your arrival?
Hopefully our room is ready. I
Mhm.
think if it's two, we'll be lucky. I do have Kingdom Strollers
Mhm.
is gonna deliver that. I think that's at 3, so I'll have to meet them.
Okay.
But hopefully we can get some pool time in this afternoon if the
Mhm.
weather is good. And then that night, we're just going to hang out at the Grand Floridian
Mhm.
all day. But actually, two of our really good friends moved to the Orlando area back in the fall. So they're going to
Mhm.
come eat dinner with us.
Oh,
So
fun.
super excited to see them. Yeah. So we have reservations at Narcoossee's that night for the five of us. So
Okay. Have you eaten at Narcoossee's before?
yes, that's one of our favorites. So haven't eaten there in a couple years, so I'm excited.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear about that and hear what you got. I'm a little bit of a foodie, so I always enjoy the
Me
restaurant
too.
talk.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, their lobster there. Oh, so good.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's what Alex got when we
Yeah,
were
and
there.
I'm not usually just like a huge lobster person because I
Mhm.
mean, maybe the lobster we get in Memphis it's a little
Leaves
not
something to be
as
desired.
not as fresh. But they do it really well there. And so our reservation's at 7. So I'm hoping, I don't know what time Happily Ever After. I think it's at like 9:30 now. So we probably won't make it that long, but
Mhm.
still hopefully we get like a pretty view of the castle and whatnot.
What time does Grace typically go to bed?
She can be a night owl.
Mhm.
So she usually, if we're in a good routine, she's going to bed about like 8:30, but
Mhm.
she can rally on a vacation. So
Okay.
I'm not too worried about her staying up late.
Does she remember any of her previous trips?
Oh yes, yes,
Okay.
talks about it all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
she is a Disney kid.
Good. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So this brings us to Sunday, March the 15th. Beware the Ides of March if you are a Shakespeare fan. Uh, what's the plan for this day?
So we are going to Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And I booked our lightning lanes yesterday, so have that all straightened out. So
Okay.
since this is our first day, I'm hoping we will be there for rope drop, or at least in the 8 o'clock hour. We're always there at rope drop, but not like quite there.
Okay.
Not at the front of the crowds. We just can't seem to. We're not going to be at the gates at 7:30.
Okay.
I'll tell you that much. We're not those kind of people, but it does make it a lot easier being right there, one stop away on the monorail.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we have lightning lanes for Peter Pan, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates that morning, and then we have an individual for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train because I'm crossing my fingers, crossing my toes that she is tall enough. She went to the pediatrician last week and she is 39 inches, according to
Mm-hmm.
them. So I'm thinking with shoes on, I'm thinking we're going to be good
Wait,
for
what is the height requirement for Seven
seven.
Dwarfs?
Seven Dwarfs is 38.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
Okay.
so I'm thinking we will be on the 38. I think she's going to be too short to get on all the 40-inch stuff
Okay.
this trip. So, but
All right.
she's excited. So I hope she'll be tall enough and stand up straight.
All right. Do you have any dining reservations this day?
We do have a Beacon Barrel at 11:50.
Mm-hmm.
So super excited for that. That'll be a first time for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not, but I do have a haircut at Harmony Barber Shop scheduled at 1 o'clock. So she's never had a haircut before.
Uh-huh.
um, and she has just like beautiful long curls. So I'm starting to chicken out if I want to do this or not because her ends are getting a little tangly, but I don't know. I don't know if mom's quite ready, but it seems
Mm-hmm.
like what a cool experience to have your first haircut in the Magic Kingdom, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. We will
Okay.
see.
All right. I'm just going based on your face. I'm guessing you're gonna cancel it.
Cancel.
That's my prediction. Um,
Oh.
and I know that they're actual barbers there,
Mhm.
but here's my experience with barbers. They're really good at doing like the shorter cuts, but I don't
Mhm.
know how good they are at doing like a cut.
Right,
Um,
yeah. And her hair's formed to these like natural layers almost. So I'm like,
yeah,
I don't want a style, but so if I do it, I literally want her little
just
dead
the
ends cut
ends.
off.
Yeah,
But even that, I'm like, maybe we should hold off. So
yeah,
I probably will cancel it, but I have it at 1 o'clock in case, I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see. It sounds cute.
It does sound cute. It does sound cute. And
Mm-hmm.
Alex has gone to a barbershop for years now
Mm-hmm.
and could never get what he wanted because he wanted like the typical, teenager, like a little bit longer cut,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not necessarily like buzzed on the sides or anything. And
Mm-hmm.
he just always would walk away unhappy. He could never, I thought it was because he could never describe what he wanted exactly. Like I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
find a picture, let's show the guy, whatever. And then finally I broke down only a couple of weeks ago and took him to my salon
Yeah.
and had my stylist do it. And
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, it turned out exactly like he wanted. And she said they're not as good at like a cut there. They work
Mm-hmm.
better with the clippers than they do with the scissors. And
Yeah.
so I had been avoiding that just because I thought this is going to be so
So
expensive every
much
time.
money.
Because
Yeah.
right, because it's more expensive to go to a salon. But it was, I don't know, it was maybe, because for a men's cut it was like maybe $15 more, and he
Mm-hmm.
was so happy. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you get to
It
go to
was worth
see
it.
her now. Now she's your person too. Okay.
That's funny. Yeah,
um
well, because
yeah.
like when you look up like my first haircut, a bunch of little like toddler boys will
Hmm.
pop up, but I
Mm-hmm.
you don't really see as many girls doing it. And I mean, she has hair halfway down her back, so
Yeah.
it's like a legit haircut. So
All
yeah,
right. Well,
I'm
we'll see what decision you make, and whatever decision you make will be the right decision.
yes.
Any other special plans this day?
We are going to the Seven Dwarfs Lightning Lane is scheduled from 1:20 to 2:20. So whenever we're done with that, we'll head back to the
Mm-hmm.
hotel for a break. And then we're going to hop to Hollywood Studios that night, and we're doing the Phantasmic dining package
Mm-hmm.
at oh gosh, Hollywood and Vine.
Okay. Have you eaten there before?
I haven't. And actually, this was an unintentional goal, but after this trip, I think I will have eaten at every character dining place at Walt Disney World. So that's
Really?
but with that, yeah. And I didn't set out to do that, but when I was looking at my things, I was like, oh, I I think I will have eaten at all of them after this trip. So yeah,
Cool.
we haven't been there. So I mean, I'm not expecting just a ton out of the food per se, but
Mm-hmm.
she's a pretty picky eater, so I know I can find something for her. But we're mostly doing it for the characters. It's just I think it's so much easier to meet a bunch of characters at once at a
Yeah.
character meal.
You know,
So
the reports about the food there is that they've gotten so much better. And I actually
hmm
cannot remember who it was. There's an episode that will probably have come out by the time um, yours does, or perhaps not, but it's around the time where I talked to somebody else who went there and said that that it was very good, and so I think it's very standard foods.
yeah,
Nothing surprising, nothing too wild and crazy.
right.
But what I'm hearing is what
hmm
they have is pretty
hmm
good. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
going to blow you away, but you'll be happy with your food. So,
Right, right. Well, and we're mostly doing it too for the Phantasmic dining package because that is so convenient to me to be able to show up, not too terribly long before that, show
mm-hmm,
and have a good seat. So I think it's worth it.
mm-hmm. All right. So Monday, March the 16th. What is the plan this day?
So this day
Oh,
is
wait.
Epcot. Oh, mhm.
Before we go on with that, I
Yes.
neglected to ask you what kind of tickets you have. What kind of tickets
We
did you choose?
we have 5-day park hopper tickets.
Okay.
So
All
yes.
right. Thank you. I'm sorry I forgot about that. Ugh. Virginia, you're not on your game. I'm going to blame the time change here from
I know,
springing
we're
forward.
sleepy.
All right. So Monday, March the 16th.
Yes. So that is our Epcot day. So once again, I'm actually hoping we can rope drop this day because of the way the lightning lanes are there and the tier
Mm-hmm.
system. It'd be really beneficial if we could. So hoping to rope drop Frozen. And then I have a lightning lane at 9:30 for Figment.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully to scan in fast and start being able to book. Maybe we can get Frozen again if it works out because
Mm-hmm.
that is one of her favorite rides. And then I have a Spaceship Earth, and I have a Guardians of the Galaxy lightning lane,
Mm-hmm.
which that's something. So this is the first time Grace has gone since she has been 3 that I've had to buy a ticket for her for.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope I did this right, but when I was booking the individual lightning lanes, so she's not tall enough for Guardians, but it made me book all 3 instead of just
Oh,
2 of us. But maybe I did it wrong.
yeah. You shouldn't have to pick all three of you.
Okay.
So you
I
should
probably
be
messed
able
up.
to get a refund on her when you are there. Just go visit a Blue Umbrella.
Yeah, that's I think I might have messed something up, but
What was
so
your third pre-selection for?
um we have Remy's.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. And me and that ride, oh my gosh. I have rode it one time. Every other time it has been down. Like me and that ride have bad karma. So if I don't get it on this ride this time, I don't know. It's always down. It's kind of a joke at this point.
What else do you have planned for this day?
So I don't know if we'll take a midday break or not. We might
Mm-hmm.
go. We love riding the Skyliner, so maybe go to Riviera or something like that
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the day, or we might go back. We'll try to eat some of the flower and garden booths. I'm hoping to do the little scavenger hunt thing with her,
Mm-hmm.
so that will entertain her in the countries. Maybe meet some princesses in the countries. And then we do have a 7 o'clock reservation at San Angel Inn. So I've never eaten there before. So
The one inside?
yes, the one inside.
Okay. Yeah, the one outside, the sit down restaurant outside is also called something very similar, and I can never
Mm-hmm.
remember the difference. All right, Tuesday, March the 17th. Which park are you going to, or are you having a rest day?
Um, Not a rest day, but I would say a more chill day. So we have a breakfast reservation at 1900 Park Fair at
Mm-hmm.
9:25. So sleep in, I guess, a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
it'll be at our hotel, so that's convenient. And then we're going to go to Animal Kingdom basically the afternoon
Mm-hmm. Okay.
hours. So not much going on at Animal Kingdom right now, so you can do it pretty quickly, is my thought. So
Did you get multipass for this day, even though you're only going to be in the park a half a day?
I did because since we're going in the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
it, it's just like whatever. So so we have lightning lanes for the safari
Mm-hmm.
at 11:20, Navi River Journey 12:20, and then Cali River Rapids. So that's a new one for her with her height. So
How do you think she will like that ride? Will she be okay getting wet on the ride?
I think so.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I think so. Um, and then hopefully we can watch the Lion King show. That's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And then would love to go to Nomad Lounge. It's been a couple trips since we've done that, so would like to
Mm-hmm.
fit that in. And we'll just kind of have a more chill day at Animal Kingdom, and then that night, no plans. Maybe thinking maybe we can night swim,
Mm-hmm.
maybe get room service at the Grand Floridian. So just kind of have a chill night.
That sounds like a great way to have sort of a rest day, but not really.
Right.
Get a little bit of reprieve from all the walking and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Wednesday, March the 18th.
So Wednesday, we are starting in Hollywood Studios, and I got Slinky Dog, Toy Story, and Tower of Terror.
Has Grace ridden Slinky before?
No, so that's a new one too.
How do you think she's going to react to a coaster like that? Has she done any of the smaller coasters?
She's done the Barnstormer, and she
Mm-hmm.
and she liked that fine. Slinky seems a little more intimidating to me than Seven Dwarfs does.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because it looks taller, so just from what she could see.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think she'll be fine.
Okay. And did you say your
So
third lightning lane was Tower of Terror?
yes,
Is she
so
tall enough to do that?
we'll just switch off for that.
Okay. When Alex and I rode Tower of Terror on our down and back trip just recently,
Mm-hmm.
there were two kids in our car that looked
Mm-hmm.
like they were about 3.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my God, they're going to be traumatized. And they were. Yeah.
Yeah. I think even if she was tall enough, that's just a little intense for
Yeah.
that age. But I don't know. She surprises me with things though. Like
Mm-hmm.
Haunted Mansion is her hands down favorite ride. Has always been. Like she loves like the creepy
Mm-hmm.
Halloween stuff. It's which is kind of funny. So maybe she'll like Tower of Terror when she's tall enough. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Yeah,
Um,
but
do you have any dining reservations for this day?
I have a Oga's at 11:30. Um, we may cancel that. We've done that a bunch, but I figured I would book it just in case.
Okay. So we'll see what happens
Yeah.
there. All right. Anything else for this day that you want to mention?
I have a Beaches and Cream at 145. I
Mm-hmm.
don't love a lot of the dining options at Hollywood Studios. So
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to eat there and it's never really fit in. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping that that'll work out. But, you know, depending on how the day is going, we might just end
Mm-hmm.
up with quick service. But that's a potential. And then I'm thinking we'll probably hop to Epcot
Mm-hmm.
and then work our way like back to the monorail. So maybe hit up a little more flower and garden booths. I did book us another Guardians between 4:45 and 5:45. Um, I would love to do that one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is extended evening hours at Magic Kingdom. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we would, because the regular park hours is till 11, so no way we would make it till 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But I'm hoping maybe we can catch Starlight that night. So maybe just pop in for that, ride a ride maybe. So
Mm-hmm.
that's our longest park day. So
What time is Starlight then that day?
there's actually two now. So 8:15 and 10:30. So we would try to get the 8:15 one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I do have a Tony's Town Square dining reservation booked at 7:30
Mm-hmm.
with the thought of maybe if that works out, we could sit outside and see the parade from there,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if we'll keep that or not. So I'm bad about booking a ton of dining reservations and then a lot of them end up being canceled.
I mean, you have to grab them when you can grab them.
Hmm.
So, the things that fill up in particular, you want to go ahead and have them. And I say, that's what the reservations are there for. It's just the moment that you
Hmm.
know that you are not going to use it, release it so somebody else can use it and
Right.
you're
And
fine.
that 2 hour rule has helped a lot.
Mhm.
Instead of, because wasn't it you had to cancel it, I think the night before, right?
I think it was I don't know if it was just the night before or whether it was like a full 24 hours
24.
before,
Yeah.
but there were ways to get around that. Like we used to do you would just modify
Uh-huh.
and pick another date in the future. And then after you picked the date in the future and got that set, then you went back in and canceled it and then you didn't
Right.
get charged. So,
Yeah.
but it does help to have a little bit more flexibility there.
Hmm.
All right, Thursday, March the 19th.
Okay. So this is our last park day, and I'm going to say this is our bougie day.
Okay.
We'll call it that. So I have, we'll be at Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then I got Lightning Lanes for Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, and Winnie the Pooh, and then another Seven Dwarfs. But our big thing is she is going to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique at 10:55, and I am
Mm-hmm.
so excited
Oh.
because she's finally old enough.
You've been waiting.
I've been waiting. Even before she
Wow.
was born, I've been waiting.
So, do you know what character's dress she might be interested in choosing?
Yeah, she's been all over the board, so it'll be interesting to see what she ends up with. But I feel like she keeps saying Aurora the most, which I
Mm-hmm.
think she just likes that dress because it's pink.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't really watch that movie, but it'll be interesting to see who she ends up with. But I'm very excited.
Are you doing any parts of this where you're like bringing the thing yourself? Because I know that you can
Mhm.
buy everything top to bottom there, but some people will like purchase a more comfortable shoe to bring along with them that matches the dress.
I'm just gonna let her get what her heart desires. This is her first time, so that'll be an expensive day, but it'll be worth it.
It will be. It will be. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
getting Memory Maker?
I don't think so. But can't you buy it for one day, like after the fact?
You can, but I know for a fact you can buy it after the fact. it costs a little bit more if you're buying it for your whole trip after the fact, but
Mm-hmm.
you can. I don't know that you can buy it for a full day after the fact. I know that you can buy as many of the individual photos as you want, but
Yeah, I think one time, and this was probably 2 years ago, it because there was one really cute picture she had with Rapunzel. I was like, I want that photo, and it
mhm.
made you buy that entire day of
Really?
photos. Yeah, but that was 2 years ago, maybe, so it might have changed. So if we, I don't, I don't feel like I need it for the entire trip, but
Mhm.
maybe if it's the same way, I would potentially buy it for just that, that this Thursday to have all of
Um,
those.
yeah, it looks like they have something called Memory Maker one day. So you don't have to buy it for your whole trip necessarily, and you can buy it after the fact. It doesn't say what the cost is, but
I think it was 99, maybe.
for
That sounds right.
one day or for the whole trip?
For one day. But then you
Okay.
get every, picture from that whole day. So it could, I guess, potentially be worth it because I guess I'm not even sure how much the whole trip would be.
Uh-huh. Oh, here it is. Okay. So if you're buying it for your whole trip, it looks like it is $185 if you buy it in advance. If you buy it after the fact, it's $210 for your whole trip. Or you can buy one day for $85.
Okay. So we might do something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering, when you're spending the money on Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that there's going to be the opportunity to take a couple photos right there, I think, right
Mm-hmm.
outside of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. I think they have some sort of like set that you can pose in front of. But
Uh-huh.
also you're going to want to get pictures on Main Street and,
Mm-hmm.
make the most of that
Right.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique day. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Any dining reservations for this day?
I do have another Beacon Barrel booked at 2 o'clock just in case something happens
Mm-hmm.
that first day, or I guess in case we really like it and want to go back. And then we do have a 425 storybook dining at Wilderness Lodge.
Is Grace into the villains at all?
Loves the villains, which is so funny. She was looking at magic bands online, and because this will be her first time she gets a magic band, and she
Mm-hmm.
wants the villains one. I'm like, that's so funny. She loves the princesses and the villains.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, the Evil Queen is a really fun photo opportunity. And you
Mm-hmm.
get to, with storybook dining, meet the characters that come around to your table, which is the dwarves and I believe Snow White goes around to the tables
Mm-hmm.
too. And then you get to take a turn going up to meet with the Evil Queen, and it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So when I met her, I made a big deal of like bowing to her, and she talked about my huntsman that I brought with me, and I think I was wearing like a themed shirt that was like an Evil Queen theme. She was like could tell I was a member of her fan club, and it
Yeah.
made it all the more fun to talk to her. Okay, so if you're leaving at for a 425 reservation over at Wilderness Lodge, are you planning to go back over into the parks at all for your final night?
Yes. So we have the uh, dessert party booked for that night
Oh,
as
good.
well.
Okay, I was wondering whether you're going to be doing happily ever after. Is this the
Yes.
dessert party that happens before the fireworks or after or
We're
during?
doing we're doing the post party.
Okay.
That's the way I prefer to do it.
Okay, that'll give you a little bit of time to process your dinner too before it's time to
That's what I was thinking.
eat all the dessert you can eat.
Right.
Friday, March the 20th. This is your checkout day from Grand Floridian.
Yes.
Okay. And then you said you're going to be using Disney transportation to get over to the cruise, right?
Yes.
All right. Disney Wish. What made you decide on that particular ship out of all the different sailings that you could choose from?
Well, this will be her first cruise ever. Me and my
Mm-hmm.
husband like cruising, but just figured we would do a short 3 night one just to try it out. I'm sure she will love it and there will be no issues. But
Mm-hmm.
um, and tacking along with a longer Disney World trip too. I
Mm-hmm.
only have a certain amount of vacation days, unfortunately.
I know. I know. And to be quite honest, the people who have unlimited, I always question what does that actually mean? Surely
Yeah,
you can't take unlimited. And I actually prefer to have a set number of days because then I feel like I know
hmm
what my parameters are. Like nobody's going to be like, you're taking too many because I'm
right.
taking the amount that I've earned.
Yeah, and I will use all of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
will use every single one of mine. In fact, I need to look at my calendar because I know for a fact I have a few that I haven't scheduled yet that if I don't use them, I'll lose them because we can only carry
hmm
over a certain number of days. And so I think
hmm
I need to find a couple more days to take off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's my goal this week at work, actually.
Yeah. So we mostly chose that just based on it was a shorter sailing.
Mm-hmm.
It was out of Port Canaveral, but I think the Wish is a good fit for her because it's very princessy, which
Mm-hmm.
she is super into. So we're excited.
Are you going to Castaway Key or anything like that on this cruise?
Yeah, so it's the embarkation day Friday, and then Saturday is Nassau, and Sunday is Castaway Key. So
Okay. What are you most looking forward to on this cruise?
I think just enjoying the ship. We don't plan to get off on the Nassau day. Yeah, excited for the rotational dining and
Mm-hmm.
the pool. The I think she'll enjoy the splash pad. Um, I think it'd be fun to do. I see a bunch of people doing trivias and stuff like that. Oh, and I'm very excited to do the shows. We're big
Mm-hmm.
Broadway show people, so definitely planning to do that every night. So
Are you going to let Grace go to the kids club? And do you think she would be into having a little bit of air quotes independence at the kids club?
I doubt she will go by herself because she's an only child
Mm-hmm.
and loves mom and dad. So I would
Mm-hmm.
I would be shocked if she would go by herself. That would be
Mm-hmm.
nice. So we
Mm-hmm.
could have a little bit of adult time, but I
Mm-hmm.
I would be really surprised. But we'll definitely do the open house. And I
Mm-hmm.
think they have she's still considered a toddler because she's 3. So they have
Mm-hmm.
this like toddler open house playtime.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so maybe we'll do that one
Mm-hmm.
day so she can play. But I'll be
Okay.
shocked if she goes by herself.
Okay. Well, maybe you could have her try it out, even if it's
hmm
just for like, all right, we're gonna drop you off here for 30 minutes and see how you
hmm
do. And maybe
Yeah.
she'll make a friend.
Yeah. Maybe she'll surprise me. She's
Yeah.
she's she's pretty shy
Mm-hmm.
around new people. So I think she's definitely been more shy in the past couple months. I don't know if it's developmental or what, but
Mm-hmm.
hoping she grows out of that eventually. But I was shy as a kid, and now I don't think I am. So
Okay. So today we're talking here on March 8th. Have you looked ahead at what your weather is supposed to be at for
yeah,
this
and
whole trip?
it's changing, with like the rain and stuff pretty constantly, but
Mm-hmm.
it actually looks like it's not going to be as hot as it is this week. So that would be nice if it sticks around. So let's see. It looks like, oh, see, now it's already changed again. But yeah, it's all over the place. Like Sunday, 86, Wednesday, the high of 69. So that would be nice. But I don't know. We'll just plan for all types of weather. But I
Mm-hmm.
think obviously we're out of the super cold time period. So,
Yeah, and I don't know whether I should call this a heat wave or not, but like even here in New York where it's been
hmm
freezing cold temperatures, I was looking ahead to this coming week and we have some, I think at least 2 days where it's getting into the mid 60s and we're like, what is happening?
heat wave.
So yeah, so I think
Yeah.
it is maybe starting to warm up a bit and maybe it's
Yes.
going to officially be spring.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Samantha, okay, I've got all of my all of your plans rather, written down
hmm
here in my notes, so I'm ready for when we talk again. And is there anything else you wanted to mention that we didn't get a chance to talk about?
I think that's everything.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I am very excited to hear about how everything goes and crossing my fingers that Grace is tall enough to ride as many things as her heart desires so that you can experience those things. And the things that are in flux, we will look forward to hearing whether the barbershop appointment is canceled, hearing whether the other things that you mentioned that you might cancel. I've got several things where I wrote might cancel.
Yeah.
But I hope you have a great time and travel safe, and we will talk when you get back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Samantha for being a podcast guest. Remember, the post trip episode will be released on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. And a reminder that Monday, April 13th, there will be no episode because of my schedule. As you await the post trip episode, keep daydreaming about where you long to be.